Welcome to my channel, and this is English Podcast.
This is my wife Kate, and we are being quite ambitious because we have brought our daughter along with us. So we are going to have a conversation in English, and this is going to give you the opportunity to listen to a real conversation, both in British English and American English.
And baby.
And baby. You'll hear some baby noises, no doubt. And we are going to talk about vacations.
Yep.
We're going to talk about traveling. Now, we actually met while I was traveling back in 2007. So it's almost 10 years.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. It's flown by, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. And we have been living in America for about 6 years now. Mm-hmm. How many vacations have we been on since we've been here? Can you remember anything in particular?
That's a really good question. I think a lot of times we end up traveling for visits to family more than we travel for pleasure to get away from it all.
Yeah. So because we live in America, my parents are in Europe, my sister's in Europe, your family is elsewhere as well. When we tend to travel, we tend to go see family, don't we?
Visit family, yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Why don't you tell everyone about our latest vacation?
Our latest vacation? For the holidays this year, we actually went to Florida. And we met up with your parents and your sister in Florida, and we had more of a beach vacation.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
We went somewhere really warm. I've got some videos in this, everyone can take a look at the videos we made from Florida. But it was great to go somewhere different and not to go somewhere cold for Christmas.
I know. Yeah, we've never done that before.
No.
And it didn't really feel like Christmas because usually we associate it with snow and cold weather. And instead we were on the beach on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
and
and Christmas
there were
Day.
Park rangers passing out sunglasses.
Yeah, giving out free sunglasses.
Yeah.
But it was fun because people were playing Christmas music, they were wearing Santa hats, and we went to the beach on Christmas Day, which, it was really strange. It was really strange, to be honest, but very enjoyable.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And then let's talk about an ideal vacation now.
Ooh, that'll
Because
be fun.
we are thinking about going away this summer. Where would your ideal place be? Where would you like to go?
I don't know. I've always wanted to travel or somewhere really kind of different. Obviously somewhere that feels safe, especially with the children, where we don't have to get a lot of vaccines before we go.
That's such a good point.
But I would love to visit a country with some different cultural traditions and food. I've always wanted to go to Morocco.
Morocco? Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah, we nearly went, didn't we, while we were living in Spain?
Yeah.
But we just never made it there. That was a time to go when we were,
But, I mean, I think that once you start a family, you realize that the time to go was any time before you had kids.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you'll hear people say to anyone who's just about to have kids, take advantage of this time right now.
Yeah.
But, you can do stuff with kids, like make these videos and podcasts. So, yeah, so you say Morocco, anywhere else?
I would love to explore Australia more as well. And you have a cousin who actually lives in Australia, so it would be fun to visit them. And we've been talking a lot with our son about koala bears and kangaroos and different animals that live in Australia. So that would be fun.
Yeah.
And I would love to travel more around Asia as well.
Yeah, I haven't really been out that way at all. I haven't been to anywhere in Asia. Haven't been to Australia. I think the furthest east I've been is probably Germany.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's Western Europe. So.
But you have been all the way down to Patagonia in South America. So
yes.
So you just traveled in a different direction. But I feel like I'm so glad that I have a partner who loves to travel too.
Yeah.
That we found each other because we can go on more adventures, and we can maybe take some trips now while Thomas is little, but I would love to take him.
Hi.
And Emma, who's chiming in on some really neat vacations when they get older and just travel and experience life in different parts of the world.
Yeah, it's a strange time for us because it seems like we're just dealing with, emergency situations when we travel. And this year, though, when we went to Florida, Thomas was excited about it. We could show him pictures. We could talk about it in terms of what we were going to do. And he got excited about that.
Yeah.
And he talks about it now. So he's developing those memories, and we took some great photos while we were there too.
Yeah.
And I think as the children get older, we're going to have great times, and we can do very specific things, and they'll get those. They'll have those memories.
Yeah. Did you travel when you were little? Do you have memories of traveling?
We went to France a lot, and we went to Spain a lot. And, well, my memories when I was young, you always make fun of me because I talk about my memories all the time.
By the way, Jack has an incredible memory.
Wow. Kind of.
When is your earliest memory from? How old were you?
I don't really know, to be honest. Well, there was that memory where I remember being in my mum's arms when I was 6 months old. Well, I had to be 6 months old because they were in the old house. And I remember seeing our neighbour, and my mum was talking to the neighbour.
Yeah.
And I remember that little, snippet, that tiny bit of memory, but it's not that clear.
I know, but 6 months old, that's incredible. I think that'll mean that Emma will start to remember life potentially in just a couple months.
Yeah.
Because she's almost 4 months old.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Emma, are you going to remember this today?
She might remember this. Or at least she'll have the video evidence of it. But yeah, we always went to France. We went to Spain a lot. And when I think I was about 11 or 12, when maybe younger, when we got a caravan.
Ooh.
So it used to take us 3 days to get to the south of France, and we would spend about 2 weeks there. Went to a place called Canet Plage, which is near Toulouse. And we went there every summer for about 5 years, I think.
Wow.
And we met the same people. It was really cool because as a kid, you want to be around other kids. And there were a bunch of other children there who we could play with. They had a great pool. They had sports going on. The beach was really close by. My sister liked it because she was getting to the age where she could go out.
Oh.
It was that kind of place, but it was safe. It was great. We really enjoyed it.
How was it traveling with your family, especially as you got to be older, in such a small vehicle and sleeping in it?
Oh, I remember one trip, especially when there was a big heat wave in France, and we just poured water over our heads because we didn't have air conditioning in the car. Super hot. And the other thing about France at that time, I don't know if that's changed, but they didn't have proper toilets. They had holes in the floor.
I bet that has changed.
I imagine it has, but they just, that's what I remember about it. And then one year we went down with another family, and one of my sister's friends came as well. And I went in the car with the other family, and they had air conditioning.
Ooh.
And it was just such a big difference.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. That's something that we take for granted, I think.
Yeah, no one in the UK had air conditioning in a car. It was very, very rare.
Wow. It must
because it doesn't get that hot.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So people don't feel like they need it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. I just asked Kate a question about what you did for vacation. Where did you go when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, we actually took a family beach vacation every summer. My family and family friends would rent a house on an island called Block Island, which is off the coast of Rhode Island, in New England. And we would drive and take a ferry out to the island, and we just had a great time. We would go to the beach every day. We would grill seafood at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really special memory.
Yeah.
For me.
And was that like every summer?
Yeah, it was every summer for probably 5 or 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My mom actually grew up going there when she was a kid, too. So she had memories of the place and all the different areas to go. And it was just a really neat...
And when was the first time you went abroad? Do you remember?
The first time that I went abroad, I was probably about 10 years old. Mm-hmm. My dad decided to start working for an airline because he really wanted to show us the world. And so he was working for a British airline, and he got a free ticket.
Oh, right. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So he took my sister and I both on a trip to England.
Did you go to Scotland too?
We did.
Was that the same trip?
I think so. Well, no, that was a different trip. That was a trip that we took all as a family together. But my father actually passed away when I was in college. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we'd had that trip together just meant so much. It was such a special thing to have done with him.
Great. And do you remember the journey?
I do.
What was that? Because going to the UK or anywhere in Europe, you do the overnight flight from America. That is challenging. Do you remember that?
I'm sure that I was tired, but I think it was just the most exciting thing that had ever happened to me. And just the novelty of everything, being able to look out an airplane window, eating pretzels, a little packet of pretzels. Like, it was just all magical. It was so much fun.
I remember the first time I came to America, because my uncle used to work in America.
Right.
And he got us on a flight, and it was economy class. But we went to the checkout, and they just said our last name, like, ask you? It's like, we'll see what we can do, because my uncle used to fly back and forth to the UK and back to America all the time. So my sister didn't come on that trip. I think I was 14. No, this is the second time. No. Sorry, I'm getting confused. We came when I was 10. And that's when we got bumped up to first class. Yeah. And it was just amazing. I remember it very clearly. I
think because my dad worked for the airline too, we got bumped up, not all the way up to first class, but to premium economy.
Right. We were in business class, and it was an experience.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of those recent pictures of the new, like, business class on these luxury jets?
No, but
they have spas and showers and a circular bar.
Wow.
There's a lot going on with them now.
That's
obviously
incredible.
Very, very expensive. But I think if you get some people I've seen on Facebook get on these flights, or at least get the first preview. Some YouTubers, and it just looks incredible.
That sounds great. That would make flying with small children worth it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's hard, isn't it, with small children?
Yeah.
The flying.
It can be. It can be hard. You just never know what you're going to get. Every day is different.
No, but, I feel very grateful to be able to do it, to go on these vacations.
Yep.
Yeah. So you mentioned Morocco before as an ideal place to go on vacation.
Where is your ideal place to go? Yeah, tell me about it.
I was thinking about this, while we've been having this discussion, but I think probably Australia. I think it would be Australia, or Japan. I think somewhere in Asia, maybe. The problem is when I start to think about these like ideal vacations, then I think about the practical side of things. With children,
yes.
Because it's completely different. When I went travelling, I was on my own. I had a tiny backpack, and I went away for 9 months, and, I could go on a bus for 42 hours. It was fine, kind of, but it's something I could do. But now you're thinking about those things.
Forgetting about children, is it easier to travel on your own or with me?
Oh, so much easier on my own.
I was worried that you were going to say that. Explain.
Well, when you're on your own, you have your stuff, and that's it. If you feel tired and down, or if you're like you just don't want to talk to someone, you can just do that.
And
if you want to be, if you want to be outgoing, then you can, just meet other people, and then you just make your own decisions. But yeah, it's more fun traveling with someone.
It is.
That's the other thing.
Because you get to share your experiences and just talk to somebody about what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, cool. Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Absolutely.